how the robotics system works in Amazon, because it's such a big facilities, and we think like more than thousands, 50,000 people work in this facility because very big infrastructure. So how the robots work here in the infrastructure?
Overall, I've been working in Amazon in 7 warehouses.
Okay, in the line, how the process works if order comes to Amazon, so how the operation works, what is the first step and how it go to the dispatching? So you say 4,000 robots drive, means the computer, it feeds to the robot, okay, if I have a demand of a beauty product, of a woman's lipstick, so it will go direct to the robot that commands to the governor, and he will choose itself where the lipsticks are, and that comes to the dispatch.
This is where we're trying to showcase all our associates who have completed 5 years, 10 years or more than 10 years with the company.
Such a big facility of Amazon. How many people are employed by Amazon in this facility or all over Canada? So any kind of particular issues come from the manpower that because working so hard day and night, that they are into stress, because new people, new immigrants are also, the students are also hired by Amazon. So what kind of issues they face when they work and how you handle those things? ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਵੱਖ-ਵੱਖ ਸਬਜੈਕਟਸ ਤੇ ਵੱਖ-ਵੱਖ ਸਟੋਰੀਜ਼ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦੇ ਓਨਟਾਰੀਓ ਦੇ ਐਮਾਜ਼ਨ ਫੁੱਲਫਿਲਮੈਂਟ ਸੈਂਟਰ 'ਚ ਪਹੁੰਚੇ ਹਾਂ। ਐਮਾਜ਼ਨ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੈ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਬਦਲ ਚੁੱਕੀ ਹੈ। ਅਸੀਂ ਅੱਜ ਕੋਈ ਸ਼ਾਪ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੋਏ ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਔਨ ਸਟੋਰ ਕੱਟ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਮਨ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ ਕਿ ਆਨਲਾਈਨ ਜਾਈਏ ਤੇ ਐਮਾਜ਼ਨ ਤੇ ਕਲਿੱਕ ਕਰਕੇ कोई भी प्रोडक्ट है, चाहे वो शेविंग का है, चाहे वो ब्यूटी का है, चाहे वो हेल्थ का है, चाहे कोई भी इशू, कोई भी प्रोडक्ट असीं बाय करना है, पहला माइंड चाहता है एमेजॉन। और कोई इदां दा प्रोडक्ट नहीं है जिहड़ा एमेजॉन के उपर अवेलेबल नहीं है। सो असी अज पहुंचे हैं ओनटारियो के एमेजॉन सेंटर। सो साडे नाल अज डायरैक्टर ऑफ ऑपरेशनस एमेजॉन के मिस्टर अर्जुन मौजूद है। गलबात करांगे कि रोबोट्स का कितना वड्डा काम है एमेजॉन की फैसिलिटी के अंदर, रोबोटिक सिस्टम किद्दां जिहड़े परसनस और मैन पावर नूं घट करके रोबोट्स काम करदा है, और वो जिहड़ा मैन पावर है किते होर इंप्लॉयड किया जाता है एमेजॉन के अंदर। सो गलबात करते हैं मिस्टर अर्जुन नाल और गल करते हैं रोबोट्स किद्दां हेल्प करदा है एमेजॉन के सारी सप्लाई नूं। अर्जुन, वेलकम टू प्राइम एशिया फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल।
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Arjun, you are the director of operations for Amazon, and we know, as I did in the introduction, that anything we have to buy, first thing comes is Amazon. Go online. So I don't prefer go into the malls and shop there. I go to the Amazon, buy it. So how the operation of Amazon work? And before that, if you give your introduction, what role you are in into the Amazon?
Thank you. Thanks for asking, Nitin. I joined Amazon back in 2015 in the month of June. It's been 7.5 years that I've been part of Amazon. Overall, I've been working in Amazon in 7 warehouses. I started as a floor level manager as part of a Pathways manager program. I've progressed through the ranks and currently been employed as a director of operation here in Brampton, the facility of YYZ4. It's been a great growth journey overall. I've loved my challenges. I've worked with amazingly talented teams. So that's been my journey overall at Amazon.
So Arjun, more than 7 years of experience with Amazon. So if you can tell us that how the robotics system works in Amazon, because it's such a big facilities, and we think like more than thousands, 50,000 people work in this facility because very big infrastructure. So how the robots work here in the infrastructure?
No, thank you. Thanks for asking. I'll go into the operational a little, take you through the steps and explain where the robots come in. Overall, freight comes in. The freight, that's something that we receive at our receive docks. We take it to what we call a robotic storage platform, or the RSPs, where we have about 4,000 robotic drives, and each of these drives bring the shelf to our store that we'll see on the tour that we're about to go into.
So you say 4,000 robots drive?
Robot drives,
okay.
Yeah.
So what are robot drives then?
The robotic drives, you'll probably know it better when you see it. Those are small compact robots that will bring all of our, shelves to our stores and associates.
Okay, in the line, how the process works if order comes to Amazon, so how the operation works, what is the first step and how it go to the dispatching?
Yeah, so overall, the item comes in a trailer. We'll remove the items off a trailer along a production line where we receive and put it into a cart, and then we store it in the robotic shelf. and that's when the item is made available to a customer on Amazon once we store it. And then whenever a customer clicks on any order of their preference, we use that robotic storage platform to pick the item, and the associate takes the item from the shelf, and then we pack it and ship it out overall. So within our site, we have about 56 hockey rings worth of space of robotic storage that we have within our site across 4 floors.
Means the computer, it feeds to the robot, okay, if I have a demand of a beauty product, of a woman's lipstick, so it will go direct to the robot, that commands to the robot, and he will choose itself where the lipsticks are, and that comes to the dispatch, correct?
Yeah, it chooses the pod or the shelf where it is stored. It's come to a person to pick it out.
Okay. Any message you want to give to the youngsters, because anybody is a newcomer, comes to Canada, they said, okay, let's go, because Amazon pay a good salary, and they say, okay, let's work in Amazon. It's so much employees are employed by Amazon. It's a great work by Amazon. You want to give any message?
Yeah, message from my end would be we're actively looking for immigrant talent. We are very proud of the diversity of our workforce that's composed of Canadians who've been in the community and new immigrants. So, you know, if you're new to Canada, looking to work in Amazon, we're looking to hire, we're looking to help, create employment opportunities for new Canadians.
Okay, Arjun, would you like to give us a tour of how the robots work?
Absolutely, let's go in.
Let's go in. Okay, so now we'll go inside to take a tour कि Amazon ਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ robots ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਇਨਸਾਨਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ robots ਔਰ robots ਨੂੰ ਇਨਸਾਨ ਕੰਟਰੋਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ It's a combined combination of a person, a human and a robots. Let's go inside.
This is our milestone wall. This is where we're trying to showcase all our associates who have completed 5 years, 10 years, or more than 10 years with the company, to recognize all the contributions and hard work that our associates have done for us and for Amazon. 10 years at a company is a lot of time. So we want to recognize our associate and appreciate all their contributions to the building. This is our inbound store station. This is part of our inbound process. When the inventory comes from the vendors, we receive the inventory into juice carts, or in these cases that you see here at the stations. And from here, we store this inventory onto our AR floor in the pods, which you see behind me in the yellow color. Once the inventory is stored here in the pods, we move to the next step. When your customer places an order, we pick the item. So here behind me, you can actually see the store process. This is the Nike technology that we use here at the stations. It's Nike IDS technology. It uses intense detection system, where through the hand movement of the associates, system automatically detects where the items are stored. So behind me is the active AR floor of our building. We have floor robotic storage platforms in this building. We call them RSP. Right now we are on RSP3, and behind me in the orange color, you can see the drive unit or the robot. We have G drives in our building. There are different generations of drives, and we have about 4,200 drives in our building, about 60,000 pods, the storage shelves that we have. We have very important safety protocols in the building when it comes to the robotic storage platform. Associates are not allowed to enter to the active AR floor. There's trained associates who wear specific vests that can interact with the robots that they use when they go to the AR floor to interact with the drives, or clear obstructions for the other associates or pods.
ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇੱਥੇ ਐਂਬੈਸਡਰਸ ਨੇ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ Amazon ਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਇੱਥੇ 4200 ਆ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਰੋਬੋਟਸ ਚੱਲ ਰਹੇ ਆ ਸਟੋਰੇਜ ਫੈਸਿਲਿਟੀ ਦੇ 4200 ਰੋਬੋਟਸ ਹੈ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਕੋਲ ਮਸ਼ੀਨ ਨਾਲ ਰੋਬੋਟਸ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਰਾ ਕੰਮ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਔਰ 4 ਫਲੋਰਸ ਹੈ Amazon ਦੀ ਇਸ ਫੈਸਿਲਿਟੀ ਦੇ 1050 ਰੋਬੋਟ ਹਰ ਫਲੋਰ ਤੇ ਹੈ ਸੋ 4200 ਟੋਟਲ ਰੋਬੋਟਸ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਮਸ਼ੀਨਾਂ ਰੋਬੋਟਸ ਕੰਮ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹੈ। ਸੋ 4200 ਬੰਦਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਕੰਮ ਰੋਬੋਟਸ ਇਕੱਲੇ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹੈ, 4200 ਰੋਬੋਟਸ।
So you must be wondering what happens when you place an order. So when you hit the click button to submit your order, we get a prompt to pick that order. So behind me is our pick station, where an associate is picking the items into a yellow tote, and that yellow tote then would travel through the conveyance to our packing department, where we'll pack the item in a box. So this is an ARSA station where the totes are automatically fed to the station of the associate. The associate is prompted to put an item in a particular tote based on which process path or area it needs to go to the building in order to be packed for it to be shipped to you. So at the pick station, when you see the pod, there's different shelves of the pod. The bin from where the item needs to be picked, the system flashes white light on that bin and shows the picture of the item and details on the screen of the associate. So the associate now knows which bin to pick the item from and which item to be do they have to pick, and they would just go to that bin instead of hunting around on which bin to interact with. Now we are at a pack station. This is where we receive the items in a tote, and the associates here are going to pack the items in a box in order to be shipped to our customer. So here we have the items in the tote. Associate the ਕੋਲ screen ਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ description ਆਏਗੀ ਕਿ ਕਿਹੜੇ box ਦੇ size ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਕਿ items ਹੈ ਉਹ pack ਕਰਨੀਆਂ। तो box ਲੈਣਗੇ ਉੱਥੋਂ ਉੱਪਰੋਂ box ਨੂੰ build ਕਰਨਗੇ, tape ਲਗਾ ਕੇ pack ਕਰਨਗੇ items, ਉਹਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ ਇੱਕ label print ਕਰਨਗੇ। Even ਇਸ point ਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ ਵੀ associate ਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਤਾ ਕਿ ਕਿਹਦੀ item ਹੈ ਔਰ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਜਾ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ। ਤੇ ਬਾਕਸ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਉਹ ਫਿਰ ਉਹ ਕਨਵੇਅਰ ਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ ਜਾਏਗਾ, ਜਿੱਥੇ ਕਿ ਸਲੈਮ ਲੇਬਲ ਇੱਕ ਮਸ਼ੀਨ ਆਟੋਮੈਟਿਕਲੀ ਪ੍ਰਿੰਟ ਕਰਕੇ ਉਹਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ ਅਪਲਾਈ ਕਰੇਗੀ ਔਰ ਫਿਰ ਉਹ ਸ਼ਿਪ ਡੌਕ ਤੇ ਜਾਊਗਾ, ਜਿੱਥੋਂ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਸ਼ਿਪ ਹੋਊਗਾ ਨੈਕਸਟ ਫੈਸਿਲਿਟੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ। ਮੇਰੇ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਨਵੇਅੰਸ ਦੇਖ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ, ਇਸ ਕਨਵੇਅੰਸ ਦੇ ਥਰੂ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਪੈਕੇजेस ਹੈ ਕਸਟਮਰ ਦੇ, ਉਹ ਡੈਸਟੀਨੇਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਅਕੋਰਡਿੰਗ ਅਲੱਗ-ਅਲੱਗ ਲਾਈਨਸ ਤੇ ਸੌਰਟ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ। ਤੇ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਲਾਈਨਸ ਜਾ ਰਹੀਆਂ, ਇਹ ਸਾਰੇ ਪੈਕੇजेस ਸਕੈਨ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਲੇਬਲ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਕੈਨ ਹੋ ਰਹੇ, ਔਰ ਜੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਪੈਕੇਜ ਨੇ ਕੈਲਗਰੀ ਜਾਣਾ, ਕਿਸੇ ਨੇ ਵੈਂਕੂਵਰ ਜਾਣਾ, ਕਿਸੇ ਨੇ ਮੌਂਟਰੀਅਲ ਜਾਣਾ, ਸਾਰੇ ਡਿਫਰੈਂਟ ਲਾਈਨਸ ਤੇ ਡਾਇਵਰਟ ਹੋ ਜੂਗੇ। ਜਦੋਂ ਡਾਇਵਰਟ ਹੋ ਜਾਣਗੇ ਫਿਰ ਉਹ ਸ਼ਿਪ ਡੌਕ ਤੇ ਜਾਣਗੇ, ਜਿੱਥੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪੈਲੇਟਾਈਜ਼ ਕਰਕੇ ਟ੍ਰੇਲਰਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੋਡ ਕਰਕੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਨੈਕਸਟ ਫੈਸਿਲਿਟੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਭੇਜਾਂਗੇ। ਪਹਿਲੇ ਸੌਰਟ ਸੈਂਟਰ 'ਚ ਜਾਣਗੇ, ਜਿੱਥੇ ਕਿ ਲੋਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਹਿਸਾਬ ਨਾਲ ਸੌਰਟ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਫਿਰ ਡਿਲੀਵਰੀ ਸਟੇਸ਼ਨ ਤੇ ਜਾਣਗੇ, ਐਂਡ ਫਾਈਨਲੀ ਡਿਲੀਵਰੀ ਸਟੇਸ਼ਨ ਤੋਂ ਕਸਟਮਰਸ ਦੇ ਡੋਰ ਸਟੈਪ ਤੇ ਜਾਣਗੇ।
ਹੁਣ ਮੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਮੌਜੂਦ ਹੈ Amazon ਦੇ HR ਦੇ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਪਾਰਟਨਰ ਔਰ ਮੈਂਟਲ ਹੈਲਥ ਦੇ ਪ੍ਰੈਜ਼ੀਡੈਂਟ। ਬਹੁਤ ਇੰਪੋਰਟੈਂਟ ਇਸ਼ੂ ਹੈ ਬਿਕੋਜ਼ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਇੰਨੀ ਮੈਨ ਪਾਵਰ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੀ ਹੈ ਉੱਥੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਸ਼ਿਫਟਸ ਚੱਲਦੀਆਂ 3 ਟਾਈਮ ਔਰ ਆਲ ਦਾ ਟਾਈਮ ਵਰਕ। ਸੋ ਮੈਂਟਲ ਹੈਲਥ ਨੂੰ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਮੇਨਟੇਨ ਕਰਨ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਉਹਦੇ ਵੀ ਪ੍ਰੈਜ਼ੀਡੈਂਟ ਹੈ ਨਿਕਲੋਟ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਵੈਲਕਮ ਕਰਦੇ, ਇਹਨਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰਦੇ। ਨਿਕਲੋਟ, ਵੈਲਕਮ ਟੂ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਮ ਏਸ਼ੀਆ।
Thank you for having me.
Nicolette, first of all, such a big facility of Amazon. How many people are employed by Amazon in this facility or all over Canada?
So we have a very diverse workforce across all of Canada. We have over 40,000 associates that also work in our corporate buildings, our logistics buildings, and currently right now at our FC. We have over 69 locations as well. That's inclusive of all those platforms within Amazon.
Okay, so mental health is a very important issue here in Canada. We have seen that work stress and handling such a big workforce. How you manage that? You're a president of the mental health here in Amazon. What kind of issues come in front and how you handle those?
Yeah, so I'm currently the president of the Mental Health and Wellbeing Affinity Group, which is one of our 13 affinity groups that we have within Amazon. So an affinity group is essentially an internal network that allows all Amazonians, no matter what business line you are, no matter what level you are, in order to create a safe community in regards to a similar kind of background. So in this case, I sit on the mental health, and that's something that definitely sits very close with me, and especially being from a diverse workforce, there's many different global initiatives and platforms that impact in terms of our mental health and well-being. So with that, it allows us to create that safe space, reduce the stigma of mental health, and at the same time highlight all of the business initiatives that Amazon's doing for all the resources we have available to all of our associates.
So any kind of particular issues come from the manpower that because working so hard day and night, that they are into stress because new people, new immigrants are also, the students are also hired by Amazon. So what kind of issues they face when they work and how you handle those things?
I think that's definitely something that's prominent within in our workforce, regardless of what position you're in, especially as a newcomer. You almost lose that sense of family and community that you're very used to at back home. Here, and having an affinity group allows you to create that again. So whether it's, outside the workplace or inside the workplace, it allows you to get with some peers that have similar things that you may be suffering with. So, for example, COVID, was a huge impact on everybody, not being able to travel to go back home. So we launched a lot of platforms and a lot of benefits that were free to our associates to use, whether you were with us seasonally or even permanently with us. So that was an amazing free offer that was given by the company, and a platform that's even accessible on your phone to seek, 24/7 support, especially if you're dealing with things that are very sensitive like mental health concerns. So having that ability to connect with a physical person through the affinity group or even on these online platform that Amazon has launched with our benefits team has been a great source, especially for, like you mentioned, to a lot of our newcomers to Canada.
So, Nicolette, our channel is watched worldwide, and from India is the biggest democratic population. The newcomers, the students, the work permits, the immigrants, they come here. And if they want to join Amazon, because Amazon hires, they need a lot of people. They already have workforce. If they want to try their career into the Amazon, so what is the process? What kind of hints you want to give to them? Because when this program goes to India and they have a planning to come here either as a student or a work permit, what is your message to them?
Don't be discouraged. We are a huge organization across the company and so many different platforms. So whether you want to work for us in a fulfillment center or you want to tap in to our opportunities like the logistics team, our sort centers, or even our corporate positions, we're open and we're here to help you grow within our new country, or the new country for yourself, Canada. So again, I would definitely encourage all to come out, try to see what we have available. We always have opportunities, and like Amazon has this saying that it's always day one with Amazon, which allows you to grow and to internally either other positions or even just getting your stepping stone within a new country like Canada.
So where they have to go to apply, amazon.ca or?
So Amazon.jobs will allow you to see what we have available for all external associates or candidates, I should say. And then once you're internal, there is a whole world and a whole platform of all these opportunities that you're able to grow, whether it's through our benefits portal or even just within itself. You can even go back to school to even gain some extra experience to help you get to the position you want to get within Amazon.
Nicolette, this is a mental health awareness month also.
Yes, it is.
So you have a therapy dogs. If you can tell us about therapy dogs, how they work and what are their roles, because they say that a dog is the best friend of a human.
Yes.
So how they work into the mental health awareness?
So I came up with this idea last year for Mental Health Awareness Month. It was something that was actually expressed to me from our associate population here at the building I work at, that they wanted to bring a furry friend to work because they found, like you mentioned, that it's a great companion to help relieve any anxiety, forms of depression, or even just having that companionship, especially if they're new to Canada. So bringing that idea, kind of doing my research, seeing what I can do from a safety perspective, because safety is obviously number one within Amazon, I was able to partner with a local initiative or a company that was able to bring therapy dogs on site. So it allows our associates, both days and nights, the opportunity to kind of have a furry friend, pet, play with them, or even give them an opportunity to interact with an animal that they may not actually feel comfortable with.
Yeah.
And at the end of it, they're on the floor rolling around and playing with it. So it's a great kind of event that allows individuals that love dogs, but at the same time may have never interacted with the dog to see the benefits that come from with it.
Because in the COVID, we have seen that those people who are not in touch with the animals, not the dog lovers, they also now have a pet as a dog, because their kids, they were not going out to play. For the workforce, they are working from home. They also had a dog. And in our house also the same thing happens, and many same families. So same thing Amazon is using, and credit goes to you also. So how the therapy dog works with them, if you can explain again.
Absolutely. So we're running events on site right now, actually today, which will be really exciting. And it gives an opportunity for associates to kind of drop in. So we're in a separate location, especially being mindful for associates that may be nervous around dogs. And we have that area that associates during their own time are able to come on over, kind of play, interact with with the dogs, learn about this program and this company that offers it not just here, but even outside of the workplace. So it allows them to also build that opportunity to even do this outside of their job. So they're able to just have fun. So that's the whole purpose of it, is just kind of sit back, relax, and interact with a furry friend.
Great work Amazon is doing, and in the end, what message you want to give to the newcomers or the Canadians, those who are settled here, about the Amazon, and if they want to be a part of this?
I would encourage all coming to Canada to definitely join Amazon. We're a company that is very diverse, and we are very proud of that. Every day is day one here, which also opens opportunities that if you want to grow within Amazon, that door is always open to do so.
ਅਸੀਂ ਦੇਖੀਏ ਕਿ Amazon ਦੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਵਰਕਰਸ ਹੈ, ਵਰਕਫੋਰਸ ਹੈ, 12 ਘੰਟੇ ਦੀ ਸ਼ਿਫਟ ਦੇ ਬਾਅਦ ਥੈਰੇਪੀ ਡੌਗਸ, ਜਦ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਮੈਂਟਲ ਸਟ੍ਰੈਸ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਫਰੈਸ਼ਨੈਸ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਡੌਗ ਇਜ਼ ਦਾ ਬੈਸਟ ਫਰੈਂਡ। ਸੋ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਆ ਪੈਨੀ ਔਰ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਦੇ ਕਾਫੀ ਡੌਗਸ ਹੈ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਥੈਰੇਪੀ ਡੌਗਸ ਕਿਹਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਮੈਂਟਲ ਵੈਲਬੀਇੰਗ ਲਈ ਹੈਲਪ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੈ, ਮੈਂਟਲ ਸਟ੍ਰੈਸ ਨੂੰ ਹੈਲਪ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਇੱਥੇ ਇਸ ਟਾਈਮ ਸ਼ਿਫਟ ਖਤਮ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ Amazon ਦੀ, ਔਰ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਦੇ 11-12 ਡੌਗਸ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੈ, ਥੈਰੇਪੀ ਡੌਗਸ। ਸੋ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਕਿ Amazon ਸ਼ਿਫਟ ਖਤਮ ਹੋਣ ਦੇ ਬਾਅਦ EMPLOYEES ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਟਾਈਮ ਸਪੈਂਡ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਮੈਂਟਲ ਫਰੈਸ਼ਨੈਸ ਬਣੀ ਰਹੇ। ਸੋ ਉਮੀਦ ਹੈ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਅੱਛਾ ਲੱਗਾ ਹੋਵੇਗਾ। Amazon ਦਾ ਟੂਰ ਇੱਕ ਵਨ ਆਫ ਦਾ ਐਕਸਕਲੂਸਿਵ ਵਿਦ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਮ ਏਸ਼ੀਆ, ਥੈਰੇਪੀ ਡੌਗਸ ਬੈਸਟ ਫਰੈਂਡ ਆਫ ਅ ਹਿਊਮਨ। ਸੋ ਅਸੀਂ ਹੋਰ ਕੋਈ ਟੌਪਿਕ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਰੂਬਰੂ ਜਲਦ ਹੋਵਾਂਗੇ। ਦੇਖਦੇ ਰਹੋ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਮ ਏਸ਼ੀਆ, ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਆਪਣਾ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਲਈ।